Hey guys, welcome back to another Field of Food video. This one is Pennsylvania 2023, and there is a lot to unpack with this episode, so I'm just going to give you a brief rundown of everything that happened. First thing was that I had hunted here back in 2021. The population for the deer was a lot better then because in 2022 and 2023 there was EHD breakout here. This is a swamp area in Pennsylvania, and the midges really get on the deer in drier years, and apparently that's what happened this year. And I only learned this because of speaking with locals. So if you ever have the chance to travel out of state and run into guys at the trailhead, definitely get as much information as you can, because it makes a lot of sense from what the deer sign I saw in 2021 compared to now. So that made things a little bit tricky. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. It was a long couple of days out here in PA. I don't know if I'll be back this year or not. I have a Southern Ohio trip, Michigan trip, and then most of November is going to be probably Ohio rut hunting with my fiance Casey. So there's a lot coming up here in the next couple weeks. Hope you guys enjoy the video. There's a lot to unpack. Alright, Pennsylvania camp is set up. It is Sunday, so I cannot hunt today. So all the trail cam photos I've gotten pretty much at this point has been mostly other guys either in there scouting or hunting. So I need to go move cameras and completely find a new spot. So I'm gonna change, get out there and spend the next up until dark, so about 6.5 hours hiking and finding where the deer are at. And I got until Thursday to get this done. So today's Sunday, Thursday, 5 days. Let's go get some deer. So while I'm out here grabbing this trail camera, let me show you a little trick that I started doing with these Skeletors. So instead of having an aider on each and every single one, I started carrying this one aider with me, and it's just a loop aider. This is all the longer that it is. Then I toss the aider Now what's great about doing it like this is that I need one aider. It comes right off, and if I had more sticks, I would put my next stick up here and attach that to the top and just keep on going. But since I'm just grabbing the camera, that's it. One down, one to go. One thing that I'm doing very intentionally as I'm scouting is I'm trying to stay close to the edge of bedding, which definitely presents the possibility of me blowing deer out of here. But this time of year, scrapes and rubs. Scrapes and rubs are often found on edges. So that's what I'm looking for. And I won't find it if I'm not close to it. Back here at camp, just ate dinner. Not convinced that what I found tonight was going to be the spot for the next couple days, so I'm gonna scout again tomorrow. I gave myself some goals here. Each time I accomplish a goal, I get a candy bar. Find them, shoot a buck, shoot a doe. I don't think I earned the find one yet. Still think I gotta do a little bit more scouting. All right, here's the sitch. I'm parked in another spot, and as I was pulling down, I saw a doe probably 150 yards that way, so I'm gonna grab the bow. My wind's not great for it, but I'm gonna try. I'm probably gonna blow it out, but it's good information, and I want to see what else is in here, so see if this works. think she went far. Dang it. I don't know what I could have done differently there. Maybe just go slower. I know she's still in there, but it's way too thick for me to do anything about it. She's already on alert, so I can't really try and pursue her. So I think I'm just gonna beat feet, head back to camp finally, make some lunch, use all the information I got from the past couple hours and yesterday to make a plan for the next couple days. Man, I don't know how I didn't see her. Well, I'm finally up in the tree. I'm in this goofy walnut. I'm about 100 yards off from that corn. Same area that I put that stalk on that doe earlier. I got some acorns behind me, but my wind's kind of wishy-washy in that way. And I got this canal. Hopefully, once the wind starts to die down, my thermal starts to suck in there. And I got a couple of trails and some pinch points here in front of me. But mainly, this is an observation sit. It's hard to pass up sitting on corn. So when I was in here earlier, I stopped and talked to a couple of locals. Just asked them what they were doing, and they said they were duck hunting, and asked if they deer hunted the area. I said no. I told them that I was out here checking for deer, and they said good luck. And I kind of noticed that there's been a lot less deer sign than I was expecting. And I explained to them what I was seeing, and they said EHD ran through here pretty bad. So deer numbers are way down, which is going to make it really tough to get on a buck. I can hear deer walking in the oaks over there. 50-ish yards away. I thought about setting up in that. I should have set up in that. It makes sense. It's a good staging area and it has food. It's about 4 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday, October 10th. And so what I wound up saying last night was 2 different bucks. I think one was legal. And I believe 2 different doe. A mature doe and a young doe. So I think I'm going to go back to the same area this morning. Today's going to be all day set. Now, not in the same tree. I got to go in blind this morning. I want to hunt a ridge top that has oaks at the bottom of it. I think that's going to have deer coming in off the ag on the private down into the public. And they're going to hit the oaks before they go to bed. But I got to go in blind, so I got to make it a very early morning. It's a little bit early in the sit, but this is the Find 'em Hershey bar. I'm on deer consistently for the past 24 hours in 2 different spots. Candy bar required. Cheers. I love cookies and cream. her. She's limping. Shot her at 15. That's what she was. But I think my shot was forward. She was quartering away. I pushed it forward a little bit. I don't think I got it on camera. I can't even look. But I'm pretty sure I just saw her walking. She was limping on her left arm, which is her left leg, which is where I shot. It's actually a little bit better than I thought. It's a little fatty. I'll give her a little bit more time if it was fatal. Not exactly sure where she ran in at. I'll get over on the other side of this debris right here. Look for a little bit of blood. It's definitely some fatty, waxy tissue on there. It's not good. Alright, the way this is shaping out so far is it follow blood for about 100 yards. Looks like that deer that I saw limping was the one that I hit, so that makes sense. So what I'm gonna do is I have to follow this trail to get out of here. Her blood trail to get out of here. But that sees a lot of human scent all the time. As long as I don't go in there, I'm not gonna bump her. So I'm gonna let her rest overnight. It does look like a single lung hit. And if not, I know exactly what bedding area she's in. So either way, the happy ending, aside from a sore leg. So, alright, just an FYI. I'm gonna be filming this track job with the GoPro instead of the actual camcorder, so I can focus on the tracking, because that's more important to me than filming is. So the quality is gonna be a little less, but I'll still try and get everything that I can. I'm gonna go check the road. Alright, so there was no blood on the road, which makes me think she's still in this bedding area. Blood here. Blood here. It's good to see the blood still looks good. Got a bed right here. That blood doesn't look great. She got up. Bed down over here too. So this is interesting here. I got sputum and a bed with some dried blood around it. She seems to be going and stopping and bedding down, which is good. I found that sputum in 3 different beds, but the blood trail's pretty sparse at this point. I've literally just found a speck. This is the worst part, man. This is by far the worst part. I mean, she went 67 yards without dropping any blood, so that's gonna make this real tough. Here on private, the deer crossed the road. So I'm walking to the landowner's house. I'm gonna go knock on their door, ask for permission. And if I can't get a hold of anybody that way, I'm gonna try and call them, but I know for a fact that deer crossed the road. It's 1 o'clock. I finally got permission. He's coming down to meet me here right now. So it's looking good as far as permission goes, but we'll see what the trail brings. There ain't much, but so far there's enough. It's not a good hit. I know that. It's 2 o'clock. This here's my last little drop of blood so far. I can't tell which way she went from here. It seems like up is her direction of travel, which makes sense because it's putting more weight on her back legs, taking some off of the injury. But I searched a lot of that already and I couldn't find a single drop. There was nothing on any of the standing vegetation, nothing on the ground. I think I'm just gonna sit here for a little bit and try and figure it out. Oh boy, that's gonna hurt. Okay. I was thinking about it, just sitting there. Kind of made sense that she wanted to avoid a field. So I got over to where there's some cover. And I found some blood down in a drainage. But it was so thick I didn't want to commit in here with my bow. Now get the bow back. This is what I found. It ain't much, but it gives me a direction. Alright guys, unfortunately I wasn't able to find that doe. I searched for 8 hours. Big thanks to the landowner for letting me get on there and look for her. I had 3 or 4 spots of blood over the course of 120 yards, and she was traversing across a couple of drainages using trails. It seemed like she was moving good. She never once bedded down once I got out of that first bedding area, which tells me although she's hurt, it may not be fatal. I might have been too far forward overall and never even gotten to the lungs. Tonight I'm set up in the same area. I'm gonna try and kill her. I know after me going through all this bedding area and bumping her possibly around, which I never saw her, but you gotta imagine with how much I was in there, I moved deer. So the odds of me seeing her are pretty slim tonight. So just to help my odds, instead of being in a saddle, I'm actually gonna be wearing the ghillie suit, put myself on the ground where I can see a good bit, and if I see her, I'm gonna go after her. Again, odds are really slim, but I know this is the right thing to do. If I go back to camp and be sad about it, then I'm not doing anything. I'd much rather stay out here, put the work in, and just say that I tried. Unfortunately, I gotta go home tomorrow, so I am wearing in with the trip. But if I were that deer, I would want someone to do the same for me, and at least try and see it through, which I know sounds funny, but you hunters understand. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Morning.
Morning.
Did you find it?
No, I did not.
Ah, damn, that sucks.
Does, but here's what's really interesting. I did an observation sit just outside of her bedding area last night.
Yeah.
I saw her.
Oh, really?
Yep, she was out feeding.
No shit.
Yep.
They just caught her real low then, or just real forward or something.
Yeah, I think I went between in the rib cage and the shoulder.
Oh wow, yeah, she was really quartering away hard then.
Yeah, she started off a little quartering away, and then when I drew back, she took that extra little bit to quarter away, and I stopped her, and she was just quartered more than I thought. I should have aimed a little bit more for that offset leg, but I thought I was good where I was, but I obviously wasn't.
All right, well, hey, at least you saw her up feeding. I mean, if she's feeding, she's okay.
Yeah. I actually could have shot another doe last night, but I hadn't seen her yet, and I didn't want to put a tag on something where I didn't know the conclusion to her.
No, I agree. I would have done the same thing. So you know it was her because you were able to see a wound, or how do you know it was her?
And she was feeding with her left leg lifted up like it was her.
Okay.
And that's
Yep. That's her.
Yeah, that's not how deer feed. Deer feed pork